Welcome, OS family. Hopping straight into this one here. So, as I looking at the charts here, ending off the week, starting off quarter two, something very interesting happened last week, in my opinion. So, I'll start the analysis from the quarter perspective. And what I was watching earlier today was from. I'm gonna just refresh this one time because this doesn't sound to move weird. So started from the dollar index, doing the same thing again. Anyway, alright, whatever. So coming into this year, we saw from I would say October, so the end of Q4 last year, which would have been here. No wait, here. Alright. When I was short foreign, I stated this already, but I was short foreign up until this point, and I noticed we had a shift in structure on EU and G from October 2023, the 4th of October to be precise. And if we head over to the 4th of October, over here, we would see right down in here. Oh wait, sorry. Right in here. So the 4th of October, I don't know why my trading view doing this. As I click, yeah, but it's really annoying. It's not moving. So, and again the refresh at the bottom here. Well, anyways, that's really annoying. 4th of October, right? 4th/3. On the forward chart had a favor to gap right in here on foreign. And I noticed we didn't go on anytime we use that support, and since then we trade away. Right? That's context given for what I'm going to explain here. So if we notice, that will be this candle in here, diametrically opposed. So if we bullish on foreign, bearish on dollar, if you bullish on dollar, bearish on foreign, right? Boom. So from here we had, this was ending of Q4 2023. This is the start Q1 of 2024. Remember, 1Q have 3 months, so this is a 3-month candle inside of here. So we saw we had a reversal in here to bearishness, right? And to end last year financial year. But if we notice here, Q3, which is typically accumulation distribution, we open, traded down, so this act as like a Judas swing down. So this was like accumulation. This was the manipulation. Accumulation. This was the distribution, right? Because we manipulated to go down. All we did was trade it into an imbalance, and then we traded up and close up here. So this was Q2. This was the official Q3, right? Which was the accumulation manipulation, right? This was the manipulation. So this was the distribution, right? So we manipulated going lower, fill here, trade up, close at the high, and then we open here, right? Trade it up, and then trade it down, and then we close at the lower end. And then to start this year, we open, we trade it up. So this is supposed to be Q1. So if I go back and start over, ideally this would have been Q1. So this would have been Q4. I'm counting it backwards because it's a new start, new year. Q1, Q2, right? But how price went, this was Q2, which was the manipulation, because we had accumulation here, right? Clear accumulation. Then we manipulate lower into this imbalance, right? Close at the high, and I count this as the manipulation because of what price did. It fake out lower and went up and close high. So this was Q2 technically, accumulation, manipulation. Q2 is normally manipulate. If we had a consolidation Q1, Q2 would manipulate. Q3 distributed, right? So you traded up, went up here, and then we close here, and then this technically is Q4, right? right? Based off of candles, right? So, but if we do it for the financial year, for the new year, this would technically be Q1, right? So try to stay with me here, right? And Q1, if we, so this Q1 here, we traded up. So it's kind of overextended Q1. So this Q2 on the dollar index, the next 3 months, if we go down to the first um, month time frame, that is this here, to start the quarter, first quarter in April, right? Well, second quarter in April, but the first month, right? April now start to have much trading. So this month could be a very jagged month. We already saw this the last week, because we only had 1 week so far in April. We traded up. Well, you can see it highlighted here based on April month. For the week, we traded up underneath. We traded up over last week, which is also last month's highs, which are in a premium market inside of this monthly fair value imbalance, and then we took the buy and the sell side. This here is a proper fair value gap for me, and we see we closed here, up in here, because a three candle formation with the middle candle, the top, and the bottom. We have a close, and we have an inversion fair value gap here. Candle went down and went back up, and now we at it again here. We have a double, well, not really, but an inversion and our actual. We have an inversion fair value gap here. 1, 2, 3, three candle formation in here, and then we have a void in a premium. So, seeing how last quarter here closed, again, this one being the manipulation, this one being the distribution, and then here, this one being a reversal. So technically Q1 this year was a reversal, right? And then that closed. So this month here could accumulate. So this is, even though this is the start of the second quarter, in a cycle way, this looking like this might be accumulation. But if you look at IPTA 60 day, we actually add a premium with IPTA, right? So what I'm looking at is this low, right? Oh, shucks. This low in here. If we get a run underneath here, to me, because this was just how it looked here, it looked like we just on, which was Thursday, we just tapped into the sell side of Friday into the weekly fair value gap, and then we traded away. But on the 1 hour chart, we had a gap, a liquidity void that was used as a premium array, right? And that also overlapped with a daily fair value gap. Well, actually, sorry, daily fair value gap. 1, 2, 3 candle formation, daily fair value gap, and we had a big wick, right? A big wick. So if I look at the economic calendar for this week, we have CPI Wednesday, CPI, PPI Wednesday. Well, CPI, and then we have PPI Thursday, and then we have Fed. I believe Fed talking Wednesday. So Wednesday we have a big manipulation day, right? And after that, I think at that point everything would be set in stone of where we want to move. And if you watch the weekly, if you look at it from the weekly standpoint, this was accumulation week. I think they just cleared the board. So this week I expect a big range week, expansion week. I'm still bearish on dollar until we have further confirmation. So I'll be looking for longs on foreign. Right? This is a very interesting area here for me, because if we continue going lower, where would we want to go for the dollar index if we're going lower? All right. Well, we have this swing low here. I'll look from the monthly chart. We will have these relative equal lows here. We have a swing low here, and we have a swing low here. So I'll be aiming for December to end quarter 4. This October to December. So this low here would be our target, and that would be coming in at, so we're looking at 1,600 for the dollar index. All right, I just rounded it off because it's 617 on the low. Shucks, my bad. I'll look at it from here. Yeah, same thing. 617. So I just rounded it off to 600, which is the 100 level also. Might run that as low as there. So, but I need confirmation for that, because even if I drop to the lower time frames, price was pretty, it wasn't as clear on the forward, because I like to use daily forward for direction. And I had to just close off this here and open up a whole next page. Went on anyway. All right. Yeah. So on the dollar index, I don't have any real clear direction, because if we look at how the structure going, we made a high, we made a low, fill in this imbalance here, then we traded up over it here, trade down, use it as a breaker, right? Old high, support to resistance to support, traded up over into this buy side liquidity, and then we break down immediately, and we traded back into the original consolidation. Actually, we traded underneath the consolidation, traded back up just to fill that imbalance, that liquidity for only 1 hour, which also overlap with our favorite gap on the daily, but we don't have any a real low as yet. So I'm waiting to see on the daily chart. We have a swing low here. I want to see if we get a body candle underneath, because this is just a sweep for me. This candle just sweep Tuesday, just sweep the liquidity, but then we also just get a heavy rejection here. So we consolidated inside of this range here. The fact that we didn't use this high here as a continuation kind of tip in the hand for me to keep the bearish tone on dollar, especially when we overlapping into the IPTA premium and you know that stuff. Because I used other understanding of price to find if I could start to develop a bullish or bearish understanding. I already bearish, so continue the bearish tone. Even though we had a couple of days coming up, we traded back down into this swing high where that was traded through. We back underneath it. Well, we didn't close underneath it, but we traded back to it, and we didn't really push off of it. So the structure not as clear. So I'm waiting to see if we get any continuation underneath here on the downside, because we do have double bottoms here, relative equal lows. So, and we have some gaps in here. So I keep in my stance bearish on dollar, because we're in a premium there. And if we bearish on dollar, well, I started to have my chart way more cleaner. I do have a lot of noise going on. I don't have a lot of things on my chart anymore, because I understand the price a little better. So if we bearish on the dollar, we bullish on foreign. So I was looking for shorts. Oh yeah, I remember I wanted to look at here before I end up refreshing the page. So we have a POI in here on the, okay, so this week was like accumulation week. I would say we wipe the board, we clean the board. So Q1 of Q2, I was expecting a tight range. We kind of see a tight range. We were just whipsawing for the start of April. All right, Monday, we traded back up into Monday range. I can expect all these up candles to be to push price down, so that would be like the weekly order block forming. So this is looking like a sweep over these highs. We have an up close candle coming down. So looking like it want to form, but we have a gap in here. So I wanted to see if I could notice some period raise inside of this on the weekly and the daily. So we have a weekly fair value gap. We have a 4-hour. We have a daily CB. We have 4-hour gaps. We have a lot of gaps in here. That could be a draw. More than likely would be a draw. Imbalances in here on the daily chart, but that's a way lower. But we have a lot of signs showing where price could go lower, but we need confirmation with body closure and continuation on the downside. So that is really what I'm looking at. I don't need to go into the others because of the understanding of the dollar index. So I will look over at Nas. I'll just play around with some trades inside of him. Well, likely this one get stopped when the market open. That's nothing big, but as far as Nas go, we've been bullish we've been making all-time highs coming into this year. So we hit a time on the market where price tends to draft lower. So we have some POIs on the higher time from the weekly. We could look at these equal lows here, clean lows as a draw. We have a one buy side imbalance, sell side in favor of BC here. We have a lot of stuff that could be filled and targets on the downside for NAS, and we already had a shift in market structure. We have a long-term high. We broke the short-term highs here with a sweep over here, well, here and here, and then we broke these lows here, traded back up. So we have a long-term high here. This was the start of the new week, so I'll use this as a long-term high. We have a short-term high. We had a big imbalance candle. More than likely this one just fill. There's also a deal. It was a daily rejection. We have a 4-hour imbalance. So we are long-term high, we are short-term high, we are intermediate-term high here. We already broke on the downside. So it's already tipping its hand and we want to get underneath here. And we also traded back up into the inversion fair value gap inside of here. So inside of the inversion fair value gap, we have a 4-hour regular fair value gap that we have in here. So a lot of bearishness still. So we have a previous day high here. So I just waited for it to trade back up into the previous day high, show some willingness to give a Judas swing on the upside, and then draft lower. So that's the player waiting for Nas. So I mean, this one was a little confusing with talking about the quarters of the year and everything, but I mean, it's a lot of stuff that you can implement, and I have a lot of things ahead of me understand what's going on way better, and I really like it because it's not me changing, it's just me adding, tweaking, and getting more accustomed, used to whatever you want to use and see to understand how I view price action. And I actually really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. I'm having fun. I mean, I still, having days where I'm not sticking to my rules, but I'm getting way better with it as I reach the point where I only trade in 2 days really, the Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday if I have an idea for the weekend, I don't see it pan on Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday is where I'll be looking at it. If not, well, I'm not going to enter anything for that week in terms of long-term holding. I have new rules for myself that way better risk management. So really excited and staying calm and just sticking and trading what I see. So for example, if I'm looking for to go long, I know I need to see price do 2 important things. Trade down on the day I'm looking to go long, Tuesday, Wednesday. I want to see price trade down into a deviation level. After we trade into a deviation level, I need to see a shift in market structure on the 5-minute, meaning simply a swing high being traded through. And then a return into that swing high. It could be a 5-minute or 50-minute order block or anything, or a fair value gap after we have a strong body you know, not just a sweep, but a actual read, a displacement over it and back into it, that is a good setup for me because I would have time a day, my deviation expected low for the day. Then I'll be buying underneath where I need to buy, and I just need a confirmation of that area being that swing high, that short term high being traded through. Once we trade through that and make a newer high, that is an indication that we have a shift of the market structure back to our higher time frame narrative. And then I'll be looking for a fair value gap inside of there on any time frame. Underneath the 50 minutes, I'm looking to go long inside of there, and that is what we're looking at. Same thing for shorts. If you're looking for a short, we want to see a break of a high, and then a break of a high with the deviations. Then we know we are above the opening, align with central bank dealing range and Asian range. Looking to go short after we have a shift in market shop back to the higher time frame on the downside, with a swing low being traded through with bodies on a 5 or 15 minute chart, and any imbalance or fair value gaps, if you have imbalance fair value gaps or order blocks inside of that range on a smaller time frame is where we'll be looking for our shorts, and stop will be above that, would eventually be a long-term high that was created. So I really hope this video was insightful. I really hope that, I know I ramble a lot and it was some stuff that I never really mentioned before, but I hope you can take away something from it. So these days I'm going to dedicate the next 6 months to just focus on my trades. Every week I will be doing my breakdown and analysis for the next week, ideas, and I have an Instagram page now with my brother that we do our trades on, KD Capitals, K.D Capitals on Instagram. The colors would be the same colors as the chart, hence the reason why I changed my candlesticks is be pink and gray. There's where all the actual entries and everything will be posted, but the breakdown of the videos, I would get back to that later on in the year. So you can give that page a follow, give here a follow and a like, comment anything you need to be discussed. I could always message or get in contact with you to give you the information, not a problem at all. So I'll see you guys in the next video.